5 seconds. I am grateful to the sponsors of this meeting for extending this opportunity to me to share with you my thoughts on some of the basic problems facing the country. In the present days, at the outset, I would like to make it very clear that the views that I express today are purely personal and I do not in any way reflect the policy of the government. I would very much like to talk to you on the problem of unemployment. I have chosen this subject deliberately as if of great relevance to us in the present time. Our future depends on the way we work out priorities in tackling this issue. Ever since we embarked on planning a scientific and massive scale, we have undertaken many far reaching measures in the economic, social, and educational fields in the country. In spite of the progress that we have achieved different fields, we find that some of the basic issues still remain unsolved. The growing spectra of unemployment continue stare us in the face and haunt us, and this grave issue threatens to set at naught all our sincere attempts at development. Before independence, we had only one priority, and that was to achieve political freedom. All other issues were relegated to the background. The entire nation stood as one man under the dynamic leadership of the father of the nation to free the country from its political bondage. It was considered that for realizing this objective, no price was too great. It was only due to the sacrifices of millions of our countrymen and women that we could attain freedom within a short space of time, and that too through peaceful means. Keeping this in view, I feel reassured that in spite of the many difficulties that we encounter, we will be able to achieve our objectives on the economic, social, and other fronts provided we have the same determination, dedication, and unity as were displayed in winning our independence. From the beginning, our goal of planning was very clear, and it was to establish a society free from want. The many handicaps that the nation had to face soon after independence put a very heavy burden on the slender resources of free India. During the early years of our first 5 year plan, we had to concentrate our efforts on securing some measures of equilibrium. By correcting the imbalances in the economy, it was realized from the beginning that we had to reach the social and economic objectives through more rapid growth of the economy by increasing productivity of the weaker units and widening opportunities of productive work and employment to the common man and particularly the less privileged sections of the society. All these have to be achieved through peaceful and democratic means. No doubt that is a monumental task, but yet it is possible through the willing and sustained cooperation and participation of the people. The various plans that have been in execution have initiated large scale programs of social and economic development as the only way of raising the standard of living of our teaching millions. The approach to our problems is not a rigid one, and our planning is based on flexibility so that we can find our own solutions to problems and strike our own balance between liberty and progress. In the earlier plans, priorities were given rightly to the establishment of key and big industries. These were necessary because our concept of development was to establish key and heavy industries that can make the country self reliant and also to build machines to make machines. But in their very nature, they are not quick yielding and they have a long gestation period, with the result that there was considerable time lag between the time of investment and that of reaping the results. In my view, the most significant contribution of the plants in the sphere of agriculture is the awakening that we are seeing today among our farmers and peasants to modernize our agriculture. The resistance to change and the apathy to adopt new methods of production is fast disappearing. There is growing awareness today among the cultivators to venture and experiment new varieties of seeds and methods of cultivation. If we want to bring about speedy improvements in the economy of our people. Urgent and effective steps have to be taken on a war footing with the sole aim of generating mass employment combined with rapid economic growth.